To answer the question I get all the time is, how do I get in a hot shot? Well, with my truck being out of commission for a little bit, we have time to talk. Before you buy a truck, before you buy a trailer, get insurance quotes. Depending on your age, driving history, city and state, your insurance rates will vary everywhere you go. Once you get an insurance quote and it seems like something reasonable enough for you to pay, then you'd go to the FMSTA website and you'd start to get your DOT numbers and authority. Of course, you get your LLC formation first. That should always be your first thing. And if you don't want to start your own authority, you can always lease on to somebody else's authority, so you take that pressure and all that stress off of you. If you do start your new authority, a lot of brokers do not want to work with you in the first 6 months. Please remember that if you remember anything from this video. Your first 6 months are going to be your hardest because nobody trusts you and nobody wants you to take a load without having proper experience. Once you get your authority and your DOT numbers, that's when it's time to go find you a truck and trailer. Depending if you're going CDL or non-CDL, all depends on your gross vehicle weight ratio for your truck and trailer. If you're going non-CDL, it has to be under 26,000 pounds. For me personally, I did a 250 setup with a 36-foot trailer. At first, we started out with a 32-foot, and then we realized the 35-foot plus loads, you just can't get them with a 32-foot. If you have a dually, like long bed or a Cummins mega cab or something like that, and a 40-foot trailer, 90% of the time you're going to be over the 65-foot limit, and then you have to take your bed off, register your truck as a tractor, and then you would be a tractor and trailer, but you'd be exempt from the 65-foot law. Then you got to worry about equipment. So a lot of different loads and brokers require different equipment. So you're going to have 10 straps, 4 chains, 4 binders, a couple of tarps, 8-foot drop, 4-foot drop, 6-foot drop, or you're going to want coil racks, or a lot of different little things that can get you more loads than other people. If you're going non-CDL, mega ramps on a trailer are way heavier, but I feel like I benefit and get more loads from having mega ramps than if I just had the standard pull-out ramps. Another piece of advice is to have a good bit of money sit back, because you don't want to take cheap freight and put more wear and tear on your truck and trailer and equipment for lower rates, because you have to have bills to cover. If you have the money sitting in the bank, then you can sit around for a little bit and wait for a better paying load. And if you're only going to run load board loads, that's what I did for my first 8-9 months, you will not make any money. I promise you, because your load boards are going to be pick and chose for the lowest rates, because there's going to be so many other people's hands in your money compared if you had direct shippers. I have not ran a load board load in probably 8 months. I run for about 6 or 7 direct shippers, and that's about all. Your biggest expenses, other than, of course, your insurance and your maintenance, is going to be fuel. Your operating costs, because you're going to be driving. The more miles you drive, the more you get paid, theoretically. I like to use the app I always mention called Mudflap, and I can route plan with it. I can see what the prices of fuel are in different areas and all that to quote my shippers a different price. If y'all follow and watch all the other videos, y'all will see I use Mudflap very, very consistently, because that is, in my opinion, the best app out there for route planning and fuel management. If you have any more questions, comments, or concerns, please just leave it below and I can make a video on that. Since my truck got hit at the landfill the other day, we won't be riding around town or running dumpsters or running loads, so I can just sit here and answer questions all day long. But that's another day done. Y'all have a good one.